Yeah, this is Paul. Yeah. Now I realize that it's that just going through these documents in the order of the events that happened, that there are a lot of documents that I didn't have before July 31st. A lot of forgeries, a lot of fictitious petitioners and fictitious plaintiffs. Yeah. But I had sent probably 2, 3 emails a day from the time that, well, I let my public defender know. I said, well, I'm going to include you in my emails. I want to make sure that you get them and that you stay informed about what I'm doing. They would complain, well, there was too much sex and there was cuss words in them, but I usually included a law, and quite often I would include a document like the Washington State Constitution. I would include the ABA membership guide, probably a couple hundred of them. RI.PDF, could be thousands, more than 1,000 of them. Yeah. And RI.PDF was actually this when I first scanned it in, when it was first served on me in a public library. Yes. And over the years, you can see that it's really gotten tattered, but it lists 5 sons that I have. Yeah. That I still don't have custody of, and I still don't have any information for. It's almost as if every individual in every form of government wants to go to prison. It's that, from my standpoint, the way that I view things, every person elected to office wants to go to prison. I still don't have my sons, and I still don't know where they're at. They're missing and abducted, kidnapped. They're being held for ransom. The ransom has yet to be discussed, but my feeling is that the ransom is the removal of the protection order. See, as long as they hold my sons hostage, and they're doing that because of the abusive process of not removing the protection order, right, they can still arrest me, and they can still enforce the law, and they can falsify any documentation or any jury that they need to, so as to get me arrested, so that I never ever pay the ransom. Now let's say you're working with kidnappers that actually have badges on. They're judges, they're commissioners, they're justices of the Supreme Court, and they know that this document actually violates the Violence Against Women's Act. It violates all 10 amendments in the Bill of Rights, the 11th, the 12th, and the 14th Amendments. These documents violate all 10 of those. Yeah. Article 3, Article 4, Article 6, Article 7, and obstructs Article 1. And they know that as long as they keep this in place, they are holding my sons hostage. That's what they're doing. Now, since there's no way I'm going to negotiate, I'm not going to motion a court that violates the rights of myself and my family. I'm not going to give in to being an accomplice of their crimes. I'm not going to allow them the luxury of not going to prison. You violated the rights of an American citizen since 2011. You've been holding my sons hostage for the last 6 years. And instead of doing what the law requires, removing a protection order that violates the civil rights of American citizens, you decided that the ransom was that I was going to have to pay to get the protection order removed. I was going to have to submit to the authority of the Superior Court judges. I was going to have to go to treatment or counseling. I was going to have to jump through an endless number of hoops. As I've explained, it is the mindset of the court to have me evaluated by a corrupt psychologist or psychiatrist. And then when I don't do what they do, then they take my parenting rights away from me, and they put my sons in foster care. Now, it wouldn't be hard to get Heidi to have to go to prison, considering she was threatened with ICE detention by Homeland Security that had coerced her in obligating the government to take control of my sons. They're kidnapped. The ransom is that I have to do what the court says instead of the court doing what the law says. Let me see if this will upload while I make videos at the same time.